Hello guys, it's Matt from 8-Bit Gaming. We are here to watch the Pokemon Presents more Pokemon news. Yep. More Pokemon news, which is interesting. So, it's they've put in their description, nice little thing, we have more Pokemon news. You want more Pokemon news? Yes, we do. We want more Pokemon news. As it's 3 minutes before the premiere, so I've just got a couple of things that I think might turn up. If you watched the last one, you know all the stuff we had. We had Pokemon Snap, blah blah blah, but we didn't hear anything about the main series games. So either we'll have one or two things. We'll either have some DLC. Some more DLC. Maybe they've thought, Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra, that's not enough. We need to give them more. So maybe we'll have that. I don't think it'll be that, if I'm honest. I think what we'll get is I think we'll see a new game, and I think it'll be a Sinnoh remake. I think that's what most people are expecting. And to be honest, I'm expecting that as well. It'll be a Sinnoh remake, which I'm so down for. The fourth generation games were, I loved them, but they were definitely the start of the decline. But I would love to play them again. I haven't played them in a long time, and I kind of remember the story, but I kind of don't. And yeah, I'd love to play them. The other thing that it could be is a Let's Go 2. Which I will coin it now before you even watch it, that there'll be Umbreon and Espeon. So Pokemon Let's Go, Umbreon and Espeon. You heard it here first. That is what I am expecting that next game to be, because I think we'll get a Gen 2 Let's Go game, because I think the Let's Go game was a very popular game with fans of both Pokemon and Pokemon Go. I know many people who I play Pokemon Go with who aren't gamers in the slightest who played that game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We've got 60 seconds left on the clock here. We've still probably got a couple of minutes before it starts. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what they do. It could be a massive wild card. This was a very odd tactic for them to do, to leave it a week before the next sort of announcement. So having sort of two sets of Pokemon announcements in a week, in a space of a week, is unprecedented. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they were trying to drum up sort of a week's worth of hype for Pokemon Snap, to kind of get people talking about that before they let people talk about whatever these new games are, because they clearly wanted people to let the sort of Pokemon Snap news to sink in, because that was a massive deal for the community, for the Pokemon community, and for Pokemon fans. So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting to see. It's gonna start shortly here. So I think part of the reason for this is to let people talk about it, because otherwise Pokemon Snap, which is a massive deal, it's a huge deal that they're doing Pokemon Snap, or new Pokemon Snap again. It's such a huge deal that they didn't want it to get diluted with the other sort of potential new games, and I don't think they would do this sort of thing with something that's just going to be small. So I'm expecting this to be massive news, really massive news. I'm just going to refresh here to try and see if we there we go. So 2 minutes. Oh, that's loud. God, what if it's a wild card? I mean, it could be we might hear more about Pokemon Sleep. See, that's the thing. Like, are we going to hear more about these little things and little games? I think this is going to be pretty short. I don't know. I haven't looked. Let's have a look in the chat while we've got a minute. Detective Pikachu. Sinnoh remakes. Yeah, I mean, people still want Sinnoh. Like, Sinnoh is the thing. And it's not like... And that's the thing. People want it, but there's a precedence for them having a remake now, and it's been so long since the Sinnoh games came out. So yeah, someone said Pokemon Escape 2, Pokemon Quest, please. So people are in Half-Life 3. Ultra Sword and Ultra Shield. That's an interesting one. I don't think they'll do that. I think the DLC was a way for them to not feel like they have to do a third version or a Ultra version. I mean, the Ultra version, I got Ultra Moon and I never finished it because I already played it through it and I just didn't. You know, I was disappointed that it wasn't a new game because I thought it was, and I don't know why. Here we go. Here we go.
To begin, please take a look at this video.
See, Pokemon trading. This is about all I saw. Trading cards. Trading. They go so nostalgic. Trading cards. Are they gonna do a trading card game? Because that'd be insane. I mean, they must do. Pokken connecting together. The nostalgia. What? I'm sorry. They're doing a freaking Dota or League of Legends, a MoBA. They're doing a MoBA Pokemon game. What the fuck? That's so stupid. What the So we're gonna get a battle royale. Can we expect? We're getting a. Okay, we're gonna continue this in a second. We're getting a. I can't. We're getting a Pokemon MoBA. Please let that sink in. We're getting a Pokemon MoBA. Okay, we continue.
I'm happy to announce the first strategic team-based Pokemon battle game, Pokemon Unite. We have partnered with Tencent to develop this game, and I would like to invite Stephen Ma from Tencent to tell you more. Stephen, it's all yours.
Mr. Ishihara, thank you for the kind introduction. Hello everyone, I'm Stephen Ma from Tencent. As a Pokemon fan myself, I'm really happy to be able to announce this project. The Unite in Pokemon Unite represents the gameplay concept of players coming together with a shared goal. Through our shared pursuit of innovative gameplay and quality, Tencent and the Pokemon Company have united with the goal of creating a new game that could be enjoyed by all.
Here's the thing. We've got one of the most, almost kid-friendly franchises, video game franchises that there is. Pokemon is probably one of the most kid-friendly, and we're putting it in one of the most, almost, and I apologise for MOBA fans out there and Javid, but we're putting it in one of the most toxic game-like communities that there is. Like, I mean, I used to play League like 7, 8, 9 years ago, something like that. I tried to play it a few months ago and I got shouted at instantly, and I was like, nope, I'm out of this. I'm not putting up with that. So I don't play it. So that'll be interesting. That's, yeah.
At Tencent Games, we are committed to our search for undiscovered potential in game development. And this also holds true in our partnership with the Pokemon Company. This is why we have assigned Timmy Studios, a team with 11 years of game development experience that has worked on many hit titles
yeah.
for this project. I am confident that the
I love that.
collaboration between Timmy Studios and the Pokemon Company is sure to spark new creativity and
Also, why do we have penguins? Why? Where's the Pokemon?
Stephen, thank you very much. The development concept behind Pokemon Unite was to create a cooperative Pokemon.
Don't get me wrong, like,
that
that's
anyone
kind of
could
pretty
pick up
cool.
and enjoy immediately.
It is cool. Like, it's not.
It also
I
has
think
a
it's
lot of depth
ridiculous.
to be played over and over again.
Yeah, of course.
Tencent Games Timmy Studios
Well, it's-
specializes in team-based battle games, and we have fused that with Pokemon to create an
It's
all-new
a rip-off of MOBA. It's a
experience in
MOBA.
Pokemon
It's just.
Unite.
It's a
Next,
MOBA.
I would like to have the producer of Pokemon Unite, Mr. Hoshino, show more of the game to you all.
Okay.
I'm Masaaki Hoshino from the Pokemon Company, producer of Pokemon Unite. Allow me to go over some of the basics. The biggest defining trait of the game is its real-time team battles, featuring the most Pokemon seen in a single battle yet.
I mean, this
with
is
two
insane
teams
because
of
this
5
is.
Pokemon each. Players team
We
up
weren't
and
expecting
cooperate
anything
together
like
to
this.
defeat the opposing
Now,
team.
Is that the full character selection screen?
This is the layout of the battle arena. Your team's side is on the left, while your opponent's side is on the right. On each team's side, there are a total of 5 goals, or scoring areas.
APOMs.
Catch wild Pokemon that inhabit the field to score points. The goal of the game is to score more points than your opponents within the time limit.
Okay. Okay, so it's not a strict MOBA.
The Pokemon you control begins each battle at level 1. By defeating wild Pokemon in the field, your Pokemon will increase in level and even evolve, as well as learn
That's
new
cool.
moves.
That's cool. That's cool.
You get to choose which moves your Pokemon learns as it levels up. Focus on close-range attacks, or choose to optimize for long-range capabilities.
Do we have typing
Even with the
effects?
same
Do we have?
Pokemon, you can choose how you want to battle. Once you reach a high enough level, you can unlock moves unique to this game called Unite moves.
Okay,
Some
yeah.
can deal a lot of damage to multiple opponents at once. Each Pokemon has a different Unite move with powerful effects.
Ultimate,
Choosing when
yeah,
to use
whatever.
your Unite move and attempting to read when the opponent will use theirs is part of the excitement of the match. Use tactics like surrounding opponents that approach your base, or sneaking around back to the opponent's side's goal to score while a teammate has the opponent's attention. Teamwork is very important in order to defeat your opponents. To make it easier for players to enjoy battling with others in Pokemon Unite, we will be releasing it as a free-to-start game for Nintendo Switch and mobile devices.
Okay.
The game will also support cross-platform play.
Should be on PC.
We'll look forward to the release of Pokemon Unite.
That's all I'll say. I think that will be the death of that
Since
game.
this is
Is
the
if
first
it
strategic
it's
team-based
yeah.
Pokemon battle game, I imagine some of you may be wondering how the game will actually.
So MOBAs in Japan and other places like that are massive on mobile games on mobile, but there's, I don't know, over here MOBAs aren't really played that much on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but MOBAs aren't really played that much on mobile. So MOBAs are such a PC specific game. So it'll be interesting to see how that translates over to the Switch and how that translates over to a mobile platform. I can see mobile platforms being quite tricky to properly control, just because of the small screen, complex controls, blah 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 blah. Switch, it might be alright. I think a Switch should be fine. It'll be a bit like playing like a Diablo, for example.
Play. Well, I'd like to show you some gameplay with 10 players.
Okay.
Here is the group who will be joining my team.
Alright, this wasn't this isn't aimed for the West. It just isn't.
And here are our opponents.
大家晚上好，我是双语声优刘金洛 KK。今天和我一起组队的是宝可梦公司的各位朋友。
I'm going to focus on playing.
Sorry. What? USA. Basically, they were like, "Oh, you guys are in other countries. We don't care. It's fine."
I'm Corey, and I'll be your commentator for today's match.
Oh no. This is really trying to like get them into proper competitive play, eSports. I'll be interested to hear what Javid thinks of this, because he's our eSports guy.
While
And
there are no type advantages in Pokemon Unite, each Pokemon has different traits and abilities, so your choice is important.
Both teams have locked in their Pokemon picks.
it looks like there's a small lineup. I don't think the character selection's that big.
The battle begins as all of the Pokemon rush out from the starting area. As we can see, our players are catching lots of wild Pokemon. And we have our first score of the game. Mr. Ishihara's Squirtle has evolved into a Wartortle. His HP is running very low.
If you retreat to a goal on your side, you can recover your HP.
So you just walk into the goal. Okay.
Pikachu couldn't get away, and Talonflame got the KO.
Good fight.
Even if your Pokemon is knocked out, it will recover after a brief amount of time.
Snorlax is trying to score a goal, but the opposing team's Clefable and Talonflame are trying to put a stop to it.
If you get attacked while trying to score, you will be interrupted.
Charmeleon is in trouble, being chased down by 3 opponents. And here comes Mr. Ishihara's Wartortle with a Skull Bash and Hydro Pump combo.
What an amazing play. They expertly surrounded their opponents.
And with that score, the goal was destroyed.
So it's crossplay because some of them are playing on their phones, and some of them are playing on the Switch.
Here comes a Unite move. Talonflame is knocked out, and Charizard unleashes a Fire Blast.
I definitely saw a Switch somewhere.
We're approaching the end of the match with Team Ishihara in the lead.
All points scored in the final 2 minutes are double. There's no telling who will end up winning this match.
Matsumaru has a lot of points saved up, and he's sending his Charizard in for a goal. And he scores a massive score for the team. This might decide the match. As we near the end of the match, we see Mr. Ishihara's team approaching the goal on the opponent's side. And here is Snorlax.
I think it's an interesting move for Pokemon and Nintendo.
Only 10 seconds left on the clock now. Can Team Ishihara do it?
It's like they're finally. I mean, this is like 2 years too late, 2 or 3. Yeah. but it's like they're finally waking up to the rest of the world.
Mr. Ishihara's team are the winners!
I didn't know who was going to win right
Oh, there you
up
go.
until
He's playing
very
with the Switch.
end. What a thrilling battle. As you
Alright.
can see, it took a lot of teamwork to emerge victorious. Thanks to all of our players and commentators today. We are hard at work on Pokemon Unite to make it a game that we hope all of you
Is this
will
all we
love.
hear about?
We look forward to sharing more details in the future about when we plan to launch the
I
game.
feel like this is going to be it.
Thank you again for tuning in today.
Okay. I'm a bit disappointed there wasn't anything else. Like, there should have been. They're just. I don't know. There should have been something else. I feel like that was a bit. It's good. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I think kind of that top comment I just see there pretty much sums, those top two comments pretty much sums up my feelings. Nobody asked for League of Pokemon, Pokemon MoBA. No one's asked for it. No one. It's ridiculous, and it's a bold move, and it's clearly a move for them to really get into esports, which I feel like is a bit weird because they've already got an esports scene. They've got the main Pokemon scene. They've got Pokken Tournament was an attempt at that as well, which I don't really feel like they supported very well, because there was a lackluster lineup of Pokemon. This again, it's interesting. They're definitely trying to rip off a MOBA, but I'll be honest, it looks like they've got a lackluster lineup, and I know it's not finished, and I know we'll probably hear more, but if you wanna play a game like that, then you've got to have a decent lineup. You've got to have a good lineup of Pokemon, because if you don't have someone's favourite in there, they're not going to bother playing it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I don't know. Everyone thought it was going to be Sinnoh. Everyone thought it was going to be Sinnoh remake, and or Let's Go 2. I think Let's Go 2 or Sinnoh, and we didn't have either of those. And it seems a bit weird that we didn't get either. So I think that's kind of it for this year for Pokemon now, and for next year, if we won't hear anything about a new game now until about probably this time next year, which is a shame. But we've got Pokemon Sword still, Pokemon Sword and Shield still. We've got the new DLC coming up, and this game didn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad, but we'll have to see. Alright, I'm going to sign out as I'm getting this called. Right, see you later. Bye.